Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new episode here on
The ankle.
Hey Ember.
I hate you like I'm young.
The misery, let's take it from the top. Body like an hourglass, ticking like a clock. Don't tell you the price that you pay.
That's when I noticed the cold breeze.
The ankle's a little mean.
He prayed for gold.
So, good day, you guys. Hope everyone's having a beautiful and wonderful Friday. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, like and subscribe. Come on. So, for today's video, I know I said we would do a foodie one, but we're just going to save that for after the weekend. We'll get all caught up. We have a new upload from Rosee. Of course, she just can't help herself. It's the best aspect about the girls. They just can't help it. This is Keemstar's pattern of exploitation. My take on his involvement with the Paradise docuseries. Girl, you're one and the same. One and the frickin' same. Because this whole thing has nothing to do with you. But here you are, talking more about it than anyone that was actually there. In the comments, went in on her, you guys. We'll check them out at the end, although I think she stopped some of them from coming in. Lame. But yeah, she's going to tell us about why Keemstar is such a terrible person, and like, yeah, that's true. That's true. Two things can be true at once, though. And I did notice some comments talking about, I forgot what his name is. Etika, I believe, was his name. Yes. If you don't know who Etika is, we'll get into that. But people did note that his family has requested that people stop, bringing his name up, stop using it in certain ways. I mean, just how sad is that, honestly, that parents of their deceased children have to tell people to stop weaponizing their child's loss. Like, it's weird, it's gross. And of course, Rosee's going to throw this dirt onto someone else. She's getting heat right now, but this video was so unnecessary, in my opinion. I haven't watched it yet. I don't need to know that she doesn't need to be sticking her head in here again. So, we're going to see what Big Roz got to say to us today, but people are not happy about this. I think rightfully so. But thank you so much, you guys, for tuning on in once again. Hope everyone's having a great day. I know that the video earlier was very heavy, no pun intended. So, hoping this one might be a little bit better, but I wouldn't hold out hope, guys. Thank you so much. And with that, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's dive right on into this, shall we?
Hi, welcome to whatever the fuck this is.
Okay, hey Rosee, what a great way to start a video.
First, I want to apologize for the fact that this entire video is in vertical format. It's kind of...
Oh god. Does that mean we're going to be laying here the whole time?
I'm going to be including vertical clips, so I'm just making it this way. Also, I probably don't plan to keep this video up forever. I also want to apologize.
Well, good thing we're checking it out then.
For my general demeanor and appearance. I am seriously, struggle busing through.
Yeah, she canceled her stream for this week, so her members only. Why does she even have memberships if she's not going to keep up with it? Like, I understand a week or two here or there if you got other stuff going on. But people are paying, and they're paying specifically to get exclusive content. And she, nope, can't be bothered. Rosee, maybe this is why you don't have a job.
So I was talking about my live. That's not relevant to this video. I just don't feel good, and I've been in bed, and...
Okay, wow, fascinating. When do you, though? So, at this point, what's the point of telling us? Girl, just get to it.
I'm not going live. I'm too volatile with how hormonal I am. And that's just not wise. And
ladies, listen, I didn't know that y'all got days off for that. Okay, my bad. I'm kidding, obviously. Every hardworking woman out there has to go to work even when, it's that time.
I'm fully aware I may regret this video.
Oh yeah, you definitely will, dude.
but I feel like I have too much to say.
Okay, also, sorry that I'm pausing so much. I know, annoying. But remember when she said, I'm out in the kitchen. Like, Levi can hardly hear me. It's not like when I'm in my room and we're right next to each other. Well, here she is in her room late at night yelling at her camera. So, where's the consideration that you try to allude to? That you say, like, oh, well, guys, like, it's fine when I do it here, just not there. But now here you are doing it there too. So, again, Rosee, clocking how inconsiderate you are to the person who actually works to maintain this house.
And I have some things that I think needed to be added to this conversation.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did, Rosee.
Because this is getting ridiculous.
On whose end?
So there's gonna be a lot of like text on the screen, screenshots on the screen throughout this.
Oh,
So
lovely.
you might want to watch this video when you have the ability to like pause and read things.
All right, well, I'm not a lazy see you next Tuesday. I'll read it out to you guys. Good God, Rosee.
I just wanted to say that for the people that like to watch their videos podcast style or throw it up on the TV if you're doing something in the background.
She said, you need to come to the screen and pay attention to me.
Want to talk about this because at first I was wanting to do my best to just not engage in this topic at all.
Well, yeah, you were really trying your best there, huh, girl? Sorry, it's just everything she says is just like, gotta come back to.
But I saw something today and I went ahead and just posted on my Instagram stories, and I'm gonna stitch this into something because I want to talk.
Also, guys, listen, I know, a lot of you have been tagging me and sending me, her poetry. To be honest, I just don't really care that much. But I don't know, it feels a little mean-spirited. I don't know. Rosie's problematic and she's annoying as hell, yes. But is she the same monster as Amber? I don't believe so. Maybe my opinion will change. Okay, fair. Don't freak out on me. But I don't know. Like I leave room for criticism for Rosee. Duh. But I don't know. It just feels like not necessary with her to go making fun of her writing and whatnot. I do find it very Amberlynn coded though. She's like, guys, I'm so nervous to share my poetry with you. Please. Has a whole separate account for it on Instagram.
I'll see you. First and foremost, I'm not telling you which channel. I'm not showing content. I'm not giving them any more promotion.
Except you are. Here you are. All people have to do is type in LCU Paradise and bam. It's going to pop right up, Rosee.
Airtime, and that way, beyond the fact that I am taking the time to talk about it and acknowledge its existence, which is already more than I want to do.
So then why are you doing this? She's like, I don't want to do this, you guys. Then don't.
I want to just kind of talk about how all of this has been going down, because I think they're on like part 3 or 4 of exploiting the Paradise documentary, because it's a new thing they're latching onto, because essentially I think they're viewing it as like Girl World adjacent, and now that they're they've sucked every coin dry that they've been able to out of Girl World's involvement now, post Amberlynn's demonetization stuff. At this point,
when's Rosee going to get demonetized again? True tea, because all she frickin' does is sit there and eat. That's all she does in her live streams.
I am just like so frustrated. I heard about the part 1.
She's frustrated because the conversation again is moving away from her.
faces in the thumbnail. I don't know about anything that happened in that video. Nothing. So that happened. Part 2 happened, and
She's also freaking out because they used her in a thumbnail. Um, okay.
I was contacted by someone who is related to the project, who was like, who do you know is going to be from the doc in the interview for the next part? And I was like, I have no fucking clue. And I was very...
Also, I noticed ID, they removed the trailer that was originally posted and then reposted it the exact same. So all they're trying to do is get ahead of the comments that are talking about Roz and her involvement in this. Shady. Shady as fuck. I also want to kind of hold some accountability for them because they're telling all these different people that were involved in it that this interview and whatnot is for something different than what it actually was. That is downright shady fucking journalism. And while I think that's fair in some realms, it's not necessary here at all. And it just feels weird that like you're framing it as these are victims, but you're going to frame it to them directly that like, oh, we're just talking about weight loss and your lifestyle, stuff like that. Like that's lying to them. That just seems unethical.
When I learned who it was. And I learned who it was because I was scrolling on TikTok, and
All right, well, maybe that's your issue. Maybe you need to delete the app, girl. Get off there.
I follow Ziomara. I've watched her for a very long time.
Yeah. I watched her for a long time pre-coma. Okay. What's that got to do with anything, Rosee?
Popped up, and I was listening to her, and I recognized the first voice of a girl named Kimmy, who I'm not going to talk too much on because she's involved in the documentary, and everybody's talking too much.
Well, and then here you are, throwing your mitt into it.
And that's annoying me. Number one. Everyone is. Everyone is.
How dare everyone have an opinion on something that was put out to the public, right? How dare we, Rosee?
And you know what? A little bit of me too right now. Let's be real on that, all right? But I am...
She's like wheezing, dude.
trying to just remind people that I think at this point, actually, I think it's exactly 2 weeks from right now, or just under 2.
Big Girls Wanted, Escaping Paradise. Oh my god. June 10th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Investigation, Discovery, and HBO Max. She's just trying to promote herself, dude. That's all this fucking is. And that makes it even more annoying that she's going to jump on to a moral high horse when all this is to keep her name going. That's all she cares about. Fucking hell. No, no wonder she's now regretting coming to Girl World for all the attention she thought she deserved.
So the documentary comes out, and everybody's sharing too much too soon, and that has just been a point of this.
Well, why does Rosee think she has any amount of authority to say what people can and can't talk about? Be so for real.
Been bothering the fuck out of me.
Again, maybe you should get offline, like people have been telling you for months now.
So I was hearing her talk, because Zio's been doing this thing where she's on live and she's like,
mind you, none of the shit that she has put up on the screen is even worth putting on the screen, let alone you stopping what you're doing to sit down and fully pay attention to this video. She's so full of shit. My god.
watching everything, right? She's kind of indiscriminately watching everything, and sometimes giving a thought here and there, but really not saying or like reacting much. She's just like absorbing the information and doing it publicly. So I've been there for some of it, and some of it, depending on who she's watching, I bounce immediately. Right? That's what I do for my own boundaries because when it comes to like was between me and Zio, we have very different stances on that on how we consume that media. That is totally her prerogative. But for me, I would
This is so long-winded. What the fuck?
scrolling, listening to that conversation, and then I heard Keemstar's voice, and I went, "Oh my fucking god!" So
How'd you not know what you were clicking into?
I was listening until they talked about bringing up Stefan, and that's when the CEO decided to end the live right there. So at that point, I jumped and I lurked and I watched that.
Rosee, sounds like you're too invested into this. You can say what you want that we have all these opinions of it. Yeah, duh, we're going to. We're only human. But what are we doing here?
Part of the conversation because I felt like
Kimmy versus Stefan, I left the second they booted them. What?
it was very important for me to know what happened there.
Oh, I bet. But that didn't cross your boundary of protecting your mental peace? Okay. It's because she loves it. She loves all this drama, dude.
Reasons. And there was this like part of me that was like, man, I wish I could like just say anything. But I also knew one that wasn't a good idea. And two, you won't catch me giving that monster money.
Who, Keemstar? Okay. I think she's trying to make Keemstar out to be the villain in all of this, when it's like, Rosee, 3 things can be true at once, actually. Keemstar can be a shitty person, Stefan could be a shitty person, and so can you. Ain't that crazy? Maybe you should just shut up already about this. You said, I'm not going to say anything else. Wait until the documentary is out. And yet here you are saying else.
And any of you that have. Anyway, so.
Okay. Remember that axolotl place you promoted without any prior research? Yeah.
Happened. And I'm not sharing any of my opinions or thoughts on that conversation, but I witnessed it because I thought it was important that I do.
Right.
So I think it's 3 parts because I think today's the part 3. And again, people have just been DMing me, right? God. Like what? Like at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if you believe me when I say that or not because it's true. People reach out to me, and I also have a couple friends.
Okay, well now I'm starting to question it because why you gotta even say that?
Watch this shit in the peripheral, and they know what my boundaries are, so they don't give me details that I don't want to know, but they'll let me know certain things like, you know, your face is in this thumbnail. We're in relation to the LCU. The thing about the LCU...
Why? But why, though? Why? Like, who cares even about that? Let them talk, Rosee. My God. I don't even really think you were much of the discussion other than Stefan coming on again and saying, like, yeah, I don't know who this girl is.
That is their MO. That is what they do. They clickbait. Like, I don't even think I'm...
Okay, so do you.
Like,
I have an autoimmune disease disorder, whatever. And bitch, it was just low iron.
Talked about, like, that, you know what I mean? Like, but my face and my name is Girl World adjacent enough that they think it's going to help bring them a little more views and clicks. And that is...
Well, I mean, they did discuss you, to be fair.
Entire MO. So I knew about that.
Oh, wow. You're right. Terrible, terrible people. I mean, they are. Kind of low-key, but... what a weird reasoning.
And I watched Zio, so I knew she was planning to watch it on live. So I wasn't planning to, like, watch her live, to be honest. But I was scrolling on TikTok, as I do.
Yeah, that's obvious.
And she popped up. And I think I said like 5 seconds, but I swear to God, in actuality, I think I spent no more than 30 seconds in the live. Because what I heard pissed me off so much that I went to my Instagram stories.
Bruh. She's gonna start crying, dude. Oh, just step away from it, Rosee.
So I will go ahead and insert here what I said. Hi, editor's note. I'm just kind of formulating this and thinking this through as I go along in the editing process. Because
If you're not going to include it, girl, then you just should clip to that part out.
ultimately, I am aware that I'm kind of shooting some shots here, but I need to
What?
discuss some things in relation to why Keemstar is so awful.
Again, why are we just laying in our bed here ragging on Keemstar and how terrible he is? Sure, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but what's the point in this? It's almost, you're like, oh, well, you think I'm exploiting victims of abuse? Well, look at Keemstar. Girl, stop.
Because there's no amount of apologies. There's no amount of anything anyone can say or do to justify his involvement in the Etika situation.
All right, again, his family has requested that y'all stop mentioning him like that, okay? So, maybe we should stop. Trigger warning, edited slash censored, sorry, mentions of self-unaliving, mental illness, exploitation, and extreme exploitation. Okay. Are you not exploiting the situation as well right now by using it as a gotcha? Rosee.
So in the description, there'll be sources that I'm linking for the screenshots that I'm showing. I did a very basic Google search. I'm not a drama channel. I'm not a reaction channel. I'm not
Oh, girl, bye. You be in the Reddits more than any of us.
a commentary channel. If you want to find more like that, if you're the reactions people, absorb the stuff, you can do the research. You can show clips and do all that if you want. That's not what this is. I want to highlight the parts that people have forgotten or just don't know about.
Again, what does this have to do with anything, Rosee? I understand he has now talked about the Paradise situation, inserting himself into it. We argue you've done the same thing. So why are we turning around now and being like, oh, well, here's all of Keemstar's old dirty laundry? I'm not defending Keemstar. Please do not get that impression from this little rant. But what does this have to do with Rosee? Other than they mentioned her for 5 minutes and put her in a thumbnail. What does this have to do with Rosee? Right? And we've been saying, Rosee, stop inserting yourself into this. You are being so much louder than the people that were actually affected by this shit. Why?
What spaces of the internet they've existed in what years. Keemstar is a monster. There is a reason I was so offended when Amber came to me and was like, maybe we should do an LCU show together.
Hold on. You're gonna claim Keemstar's a monster, and Amber's involvement with him is what made you not like her? Not her predatory behavior towards animals, towards children, towards her partners. None of that was enough, Rosee. Birds of a fucking feather.
Like a half a year before she ended up on the LCU.
That's why you ended up doing porn where you dressed up as a child. Yeah.
I would never willingly associate myself with that. I have
Sure, Rosee.
issue with the other host personally.
If he was going to give her money, I bet you her tune would change. Oh, I bet you it would. I bet you if he shot her a DM and got all up in her messages like, Rosee, you could be making 10K a month, I bet she would be there in a freaking heartbeat.
I don't know much about them, but Keemstar being like the ringleader of all the LOL cows and exploiting all these mentally ill people after what he did to Etika is insane.
And again, she's just yelling in her room late at night. Brother probably has to wake up for work.
And I don't understand how anyone gives that credence.
Are you just here to try to discredit anything he says because he's talking badly about you? Is that it? Because truth be told, other than platforming Stefan, giving him room to speak on the situation, I don't think, from the clips that I saw at least, he wasn't doing much defending. They were just there to get, like, the story.
I never will. And just for anyone
Oh
curious,
my god. Lost clip from IG story. Has she just been laying down, neck fully in her chest, raging at people all week? Good gosh, Rosee. That's definitely not good for your health.
my stance has been and always will be that the LCU is moldy hot dog water content.
Alright, then what's yours?
And that's all I gotta fucking say. Period.
Okay, she definitely read that somewhere too, because Rosee ain't quick like that.
Hi, I'm really not feeling
Oh my
good.
god. Trigger warning, some mild yelling during these clips. Why are you just... This is probably all around the same time. Late at night, and she's just yelling in her room at her phone, dude. Rosee... I think you're just salty that they went with Amber and didn't invite you in there too, because wow, do you fit the bill.
But I just want to say this. I opened my TikTok and I scrolled for 2 seconds and...
Jesus Christ. Here she is, still bringing up the Etika stuff. Rosee, no one says Keemstar is a good person, alright? Like, I don't know why you're doing this, bringing all of this up right now. Especially when, like, she's getting so much criticism. Why are we trying to deflect? Zio the Dreamer is live on TikTok. Do not support the LCU. He exploited Etika and it contributed. Supporting the LCU is trash. Seriously, people. Okay.
I saw Xiomara watching the LCU for, I'm not kidding, 5 seconds. And
So she's a reliable source.
in that fucking 5 fucking seconds, Keemstar was talking about getting the victims on and trying to get them on the LCU to interview them for his own fucking financial benefit using my face in his thumbnail. He's a piece of fucking
No tea, no shade. Is that not what the ID channel is doing? It's just, what, Rosee? Is it more valid to you because it's on TV?
And I'm furious that my face is being used to exploit y'all.
Well, again, is that not what ID is doing? They knew what they were doing by putting Rosee in the frickin' preview yelling like that.
Fucking suck.
Oh my god.
That's really all I gotta say. Moldy hot dog water. If you guys are sending super chats, if you guys are watching this shit, paying them, you're a part of the fucking problem.
Jesus Christ, Rosee.
To be like so real, I haven't spoken a lot on Zio and like her involvement and stuff because I've talked to her privately.
She's just raging the fuck out, dude. Probably the middle of the night. The way that we went full log house so freaking quickly. Good gosh. Good gosh. I guess Rosee was always meant for this life.
And I think that she is a very special case in her scenario with her story. I just watched because she just shared something I
This is the IG story she shared that I am referring to. I edited her out of respect. Okay. Based on what she's been saying and the fact she was crying, please follow her if you want her full content. Okay. I did see this post from Zio. Basically just asking that like people be gentle, that this was filmed a long time ago, and essentially that Zio was lied to in terms of what this documentary is about, what they're there to talk about. So, like, I think Zio's fully valid in how they're feeling on this situation. And if you notice how Zio is handling it versus how Rosee is, big, big fucking difference.
listened to her talk about on her live the other day about how the whole reason she ended up at Stefan's was because she was like stranded with her suitcases and she had nowhere else to go. And when I was in a similar situation, I had my parents to go to, and instead she ended up with Stefan. And she has a friendship
Okay, so you're acknowledging your privilege.
him that I've never agreed with, but I understand the nuance, and that girl deserves some fucking grace.
Okay. Again, people aren't really going after Zio. They're being, like, understanding. Again, Rosee, it just seems like you're trying to insert yourself into the middle of every conversation that's happening around this. It's weird, dude.
And she deserves to not continue to be exploited. And
And
I
yet here you are, huh? Oh, weird how that works.
think that this entire situation with Keemstar inserting himself needs to be called out harder than it's
Okay, Rosee. Glass house girl. Oh my god.
called out for. But at the end of the day, he's catering to an audience that eats the fuck up. That the people being exploited are fat, mentally ill women with trauma. That's the bottom fucking line with this shit. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. Like, I've been aware of who Keemstar was.
But she was the one that was also begging to go there. So, what's going on? What's going on? Like, okay, I'm going to say this and I want to preface this by I'm not making a joke when I say this. I'm being 100% serious. Rosee, no shade. I think your mental health is really not stable right now. And I think the best thing in this situation, so that you don't put your foot in your mouth anymore, and so that people will just back away and stop criticizing you, is you stop talking about this. Stop talking about it, okay? You had your 5 seconds in the trailer. Wait for it to come out like you said. Stop talking about it. Good God. And when I say stop talking about it, I mean stop. Don't wait 2 weeks down the road and then post a video that you filmed now. Like, no.
Like, God, like what year? High school? Like mid, like 2010s? I was, watching when he was beefing with Philip DeFranco, and like, he's
Oh, so you've been on this shit for a long time, huh?
always been a monster and a grifter and a loser.
What's that make you then, Rosee?
That is why you have never for a single moment caught me even contemplating that I want to give this shit the attention that I'm giving it now. For my face to be used when they're sitting there being like, can we get this person who was essayed, who was raped because you're trying to meet monetization standards? I'm fuming. These are
What?
real victims. Watch the fucking documentary when it comes out. Give them a chance to tell their story. Before you even, oh my God, I literally.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, she needs to just step away. Step away from the whole thing. You're saying wait for the documentary to come out. Well, dog, why don't you also?
am like,
She expects that if she is not allowed to talk about it at nauseum, then no one else is either. Shut up, Rosie. My God. Keemstar is aligning himself with the person that this documentary is about. That's not going to be a good look, regardless, when this documentary comes out. So, like, why are you so fucking concerned with getting ahead on the narrative about Keemstar when there's a narrative about you doing the exact same shit?
shaking, fuming, pissed.
Yeah, that's why you need to step away. You should never get to that point with internet bullshit, dude. It doesn't affect you in real life. Like, sorry, this might sound a little mean. Grow up, Rosie.
Can you sit there
Oh my God.
and act like you're just moderating a debate and doing all of this shit when you're trying to get ahead of a story that's not been told yet?
But it'll be told eventually, so why does it matter? Why does it matter? We're all going to find out what the truth is regardless, right?
Piece of and
I think she's more pissed that they didn't come to her at all about it. Bold assumption maybe, but I think that's what it is. That they're going to use her in their thumbnails, in their discussions and whatnot, and she's not getting a slice of it.
include like the last little bit of a YouTube short I posted if you want to check that out.
Fucking hell, what's the point of posting them if you're just going to give us the rundown in here anyways?
That's just kind of me talking about the docuseries, so I just capped the last little bit because that's originally kind of really all I wanted to say about the LCU.
And yet here we are. Hold on. I need a thumbnail, so I gotta grab it eventually. Yeesh. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys had a good week. I know it's been a little heavy, but, you know, hopefully next week will be better.
Because they're gross, and I know that me making this will probably end up getting reacted to, and it
Oh!
farmed into more content, and I'm self-aware enough to acknowledge that, right?
But not self-aware enough to stop yourself from doing it? Okay.
But the part that's making me not be able to shut my fucking mouth, besides the fact that I am so irritable because I am PMS.
Girl, you're irritable 24/7 regardless, okay? Not to discredit you, but, like, you're always irritable.
Which is why I'm not live streaming right now, even though I want to be.
Oh, yeah, right. I want to be you guys. Yeah, sure, Rosie. Sure, that's why you cancel them all the frickin' time. That's the comment. That's where people were commenting like, wow, wish I got to take off work just because I got my period.
Like, I really want to be live streaming this week more, and I'm taking the time to, like, withhold myself, honestly, to protect myself, because
Right, but then here you are. You can't help yourself, dude. She said, well, I'm not going to get bitched at on live, so I might as well post a video. God, dude. Rosie. Rosie. Fuck. You know what? Maybe she does have a case for autism. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She just takes shit so fucking literally. But then is so aware at the same time. Just not aware of, like, how she's going to be interpreted with it. Which I think comes down to more of her own self-image which is probably more aligned with like Amber level narcissism.
May regret making those stories and doing this.
Oh yeah, I think you will.
I really do try to not engage in drama content like I once did. But when I saw Keemstar being like, who can we get up here to interview that's claiming the grape allegations, the say allegations to meet the fucking monetization requirements, I am just like, did everybody fucking forget about Etika? That this man was running around using the N-word left, right, and fucking center?
Well, no, everyone has been saying Keemstar is a terrible person. Everyone. That's why we literally said it when Amber started attaching herself to his bandwagon. Like, what is she on about?
Racist, misogynistic,
All the words.
gutter troll motherfucker that has just been the cockroach of YouTube.
But again, if he offered you a cut of the paycheck, I guarantee you would not say no. I guarantee you would not say no. And that's something very different that reaction channels would not do. Be so for real, Rosee. But to be honest, other than the super chats, most of us probably make way more than them for AdSense anyways. So
stream OG YouTuber days, like when him and Philip DeFranco.
Again, where is she getting the idea that people are glorifying Keemstar in all of this? Where? It just seems convenient for Rosee that, like, someone shittier than her has come into the picture.
Back and forths
and if it wasn't for Zio posting what she posted, being like, guys, please, just, like, go easy. If it wasn't for that, I guarantee you she would be included in this conversation right now.
You know, he would just say and do outlandish shit, anything for attention.
And again, you wanted to attach your train to Girl World and all that. Well, to be fair, Girl World is not Keemstar, the LCU, so.
Out of relevancy, and he latched onto the exploitation of LOL cows. And every single...
Is it just me? Or is it a, like, canon event that lol cows say LOL cows?
person that he uses in his channels, because he's got fucking so many of them, while skirting YouTube monetization by being an LLC because he himself can't be monetized because of his behavior on YouTube. And people just enable this shit for shits and gigs.
Well, no, to be fair, it's kind of enabled to get the story and get the information that people want out of it. So, is it exploitative? Yes, inherently. But what can you do, Rosee? Here you are giving it more credence.
Disgusting that he is exploiting victims of sexual assault.
Is that not what you were doing? Being like, guys, go check out my interview in the new HBO documentary. Come on, girl. You were so fucking giddy to be jumping on this story about other people's abuse, too.
For a paycheck.
This is the pot calling the kettle black. And you did it all for a trip to Vegas, so shut the fuck up.
Out of a story that has yet to be told.
Okay, but it will be. What are you on about? Good gosh. Listen, I thought it would be a slow descent into madness. I didn't know that it would be this rapid paced.
And to hear that it was just that little snippet. I genuinely don't.
That caused all this. That's crazy.
What else is going on in that video, and I don't fucking want to. Just that snippet has pissed me off in a way that I can't shut my mouth about.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly. Good morning, Bubba's. Good morning. Hi, baby. Hi. Someone just woke up and had some breakfast.
There are a lot of people talking a lot of shit about me every single day in my comments,
And yet, here you are.
different platforms, in the reaction channels, in their chats. And honestly, I have my differing varying opinions, and there are differing varying levels of severity of fucked upness. Some way less and some way fucking more. But
Okay.
what I haven't seen is anyone else besides Keemstar try to exploit victims.
Well, I mean, you got a free trip to Vegas out of it. So,
And I'm not gonna sit here and make that okay, because especially like
I think she is trying to project a lot of the criticism that's been thrown on her about her involvement in all this onto someone else. And while criticism towards Keemstar is 1,000% valid, it shouldn't be coming from Rosee of all fucking people.
he was trying to bring on for part 3, and the people he brought on who just didn't know his history and didn't know what they were walking into. They didn't know what they were signing up for.
They didn't know
what they were inadvertently doing and supporting, and it's all.
That also sounds like the case for the documentary, because they were not being truthful with the people that they interviewed.
Exploitative and disgusting.
And so is the ID channel, if we're getting really into it.
He's an opportunist to the 10th degree, and
here's Rosee to take her opportunity too.
it is just. I hope that there are channels out there that watch this, whether you fuck with me or not, that can sit down and do a deep dive into this man and really get the information out there to
Why is she trying to form a hate train against Keem now, of all people? Keemstar has had the hate, dude. Like, does she think we just all love him now, all of a sudden?
help people at large understand that every coin thrown at that channel is supporting horrific shit, whether that's rape.
Okay, well, you were also throwing money at Amber, technically, if that's the case. And she has a long history of horrible shit too, Rosee. So what was it? What was it?
The misogyny, the God, just so much shit that is years.
Honest question. Do y'all think that the main character in Tusk is supposed to be based off of Keemstar? Right? Because the beginning of Tusk has a kind of like, Keemstar-esque situation happen where someone that he criticized online very heavily took his own life. So, do you think there's a correlation?
In my head now, right? To sit here and support that shit is crazy.
Rosee, the people that are sending in super chats and shit, I can almost guarantee you for a majority percentage is not Gore World. Like, they mentioned the girls, so of course people are going to tune in for like that stream or that segment where they're actually talking about y'all. But other than that, most of Girl World doesn't fuck with the LCU. Didn't even when Amber was there.
It's disgusting. And the fact that anyone watched the LCU while Amber was on it is crazy too.
I bet you tuned in. Don't even.
And like I mentioned earlier, when I watched the part where Stefan and Kimmy...
Also, to be fair, that's kind of why reaction channels are here. So that when things happen within our little sphere here on the internet, it's so you guys don't have to go to people that you don't like and watch their shit. Come on. As long as reaction channels talk about it, then there's no need for people to go to the actual source. What are you on about, dude?
I wished I could have watched it through someone else. But I did.
I don't know, maybe you could try controlling your emotions like the 35-year-old adult that you are, but
know of anyone. I mean, Zio ended the live. So I was like, for my own involvement in this, I did watch that part. And I, for any reasons, can't go into detail about why.
Of course you can't. Because you couldn't help yourself, Rosee. Be so for real.
I felt the need to do that.
Yep.
So, ultimately, I did, and I probably put it on the screen. I really do try very hard to not be super angry on the internet because that gets weapon.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Very heavily. People really love to twist that honest expression of emotion because I think my anger is very valid and just.
Well, of course you do.
I think more people should be angry about this.
She's saying, be angry at Keem, not me, guys. Be angry at Keem, not me. He didn't go inserting himself into the documentary. He might be having a conversation on the side of it now, but he didn't take a fucking paycheck to go to Las Vegas. And did he?
And hey, you know what? I'll give it this. Maybe they are, and I just am, I don't fucking watch that shit anymore. So maybe I should concede to that if that's the case. I am.
Well, see, Rosee, if you're going to have a very strong opinion about something, you should probably do the research on it then. And research involves taking in opinions and shit that you might not like.
Vivid about this. And I have a lot of thoughts and feelings and opinions when it comes to
I bet.
Xiomara and all that stuff. And I have had them for a long time because I've watched her for a long time. And I have a lot of positive thoughts and opinions too. But I also have just...
She doesn't seem to like Zio. I wonder why. Is it because she still gets paid by the feeders? Is that why?
my own thoughts. And I don't want to add to what she's going through.
Well, again, here you are.
And the hate that she receives, and I think that she deserves some grace. I really do. I think she was put in a really weird position.
Okay. Who is Rosee, of all people, to come on here and tell people how they should be feeling? Dude.
Like I said in the stories, there's a lot of nuance there. And I really want to see their documentary before I talk heavily on...
So, I don't know, just the fact that Zio has such a personal experience, Zio was interviewed for it, so she therefore is, assumingly, in the docuseries. She has actual experience, and yet she wasn't used in the trailer. Huh? She's not being used to dramatize it all. Rosee, that's you.
her and things like that, right? So...
You're such a kind soul. Wow.
I guess thank you for watching. I'm gonna cut it here and throw this together, and I'm just gonna throw this up like on YouTube. I want
Looks like she just woke up and went right into a rager.
to expand on those Instagram stories when I had a moment to kind of let the anger cool down. It's been a long time since I've like gone on the internet and just like leashed my anger out like that.
What, like a couple weeks? Sure.
Um,
Remember when she was Gorwald is vile.
I used to do that very frequently, to be honest. Like if you
Honestly, please do it more. It's kind of funny.
followed me for many, many years, and that was a behavior that I worked on improving on. But at the end
Oh wow, so you can learn?
of the day, I do believe that some situations warrant those kinds of feelings and reactions, and this is one of them.
Sure, Rosie. Sure. Again, I guess right message, wrong messenger kind of situation. Just weird timing. With all of the backlash she's getting, now here she's coming on being like, actually, guys, the real person you should be criticizing now is Keemstar. Well, Keemstar wasn't part of the initial conversation. So, she was just waiting for someone else to come and insert themselves into it so that she could pounce. Be like, hey, look over there. Look over there. Rosee, we can still criticize the both of you.
Starts exploiting victims of sexual assault for his own financial gain.
And again, you got a free trip to Vegas out of it. So you're kind of one and the same.
Before their stories have even been told. And that shit's evil.
And I understand she's just there to talk about feederism and whatnot as a concept, but like, she still heavily participates in it. So what the hell is she talking about? I have a feeling the only reason she really went there was because she wasn't fucking invited.
Later.
Oh, wow, you're so tough. And the trailer right there, that's crazy. All right, guys, I know it's a long one, but with that, let's read the comments. There's not too many. To be honest, this is giving the LCU the very attention it needs to continue profiting. Say less. No, period. When you blame everything on your hormones and period, it does a disservice to all women. Remy, run. Wake up and smell the coffee. I'm surprised she left that one up. Whoops. If you give them air, you give them credence. Did you do this? Half to increase views? You're not protecting yourself with this. You're actually throwing rocks at the bear and you don't have to. Just email Keem and tell him what you think. Even that's too much in my opinion. You do you. You act as if some of these people who do work for him don't know what they're doing. Almost all do. That is their choice. Let them. Keem will lose relevance when people stop giving them/him relevance. You are too much drama. Learn how to move on. You have to, or you'll never grow. That's going to be very harsh advice for Rosee to hear, but that's very sound advice. Why is she so bloody close to the camera? It looks ridiculous. Well, her arms have to hold her up a bit. You were so giddy on your live stream about being in the documentary exploiting the victims exactly. You're so painfully unaware. Keemstar's been exploiting people since the dawn of the internet. He's an old head, but the host of Lol Cow Bus, Foxy, used to go to Stefan's parties. Why are you involved again? Ooh, that's right. I did forget that aspect of it. Foxy, whatever. Yeah, was there. So she has experience. There's a reason she was talking about it. Rosee, your instinct to not engage was probably the instinct you should have followed, period. Oh wow, another big one. They're not exploiting it, bro. Foxy, one of the hosts, was a visitor at Paradise. She's been wanting to speak on this since before the Paradise doco was announced. You chose to be a part of the documentary, Rosee. You are therefore not exempt. They have spoken to women who believe and support Stefan as well as victims. It's fair commentary. They shouldn't have used your face today in the thumbnail, but again, you are a part of the doco, or at least the trailer. All you're doing is drawing more attention to you. That's the goal though, isn't it? Also, Rosee, did you see the part where Erica's Etika's, sorry. Mother told Keemstar that he was not responsible for what happened with Etika, or are you just taking what Ethan Klein has to say? Ooh, ooh. Fuck pedo troll, don't put words in my mouth. That's all she's got for that, of course. I absolutely cannot stand Keem, but to be fair, you accepted a paid ass vacation to Vegas and it wasn't about you. To me, you are just as foul as Keem. Ooh. I mean, yeah. Imagine if everyone believed everything that was spread over the internet about you without ever giving you a chance. It's hearsay, and you should understand that. I hate Keemstar, full stop. Look up the shit with Jesse Smiles, but Etika's family has asked for people to stop talking about this, so please stop. And that's another thing, dude, to use someone's, tragedy like that in your own kind of narrative against someone is just gross. But did he tell you the price you need to pay? What do you mean untold? It is all over the internet and has been for way before the documentary coming out. At QLR, this is just what you wanted. No, exactly. Why bring up Etika? To try and compare Keem's involvement in exploiting his mental health to them using a picture of you in a rage bait thumbnail? The more I learn about you, the more shocked I am. No wonder you only want yes men in your live chat hug box. I wouldn't want to face myself either if I was this messed up. Ooh. The doco is exploiting those victims. Well, so's Rosee by doing all this. Thank you for talking shit about Keem. He deserves it. I mean, that's true, but again, right message, wrong messenger. And even not fully the right message, let's be so for real. Nth degree, not 10th. Oh no, babe, because I thought you were going to address Foodie Beauty. Thanks for the bump to the LCU. No, exactly. Hi, Rosee. Feel really blah myself. Take care. He's generally gross as fuck. I always hated him, even when he just did Drama Alert back in the day. I mean, to be fair, yeah, I never found Keemstar to be that generally exciting or entertaining to watch. So, if it wasn't for Amber, I would have never consumed any of the LCU content, or any of the girls if they were in it. But, anyways, you guys, something tells me if Keem invited her on, like, fucking tomorrow, she would go. Said, Rosee, I'll give you 40% of the super chats. Oh, she would so go. She would so go, please. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning on in. Oh, hey, Zachary. Y'all go check out Zachary's video. But yeah. I don't know what Rosie's goal was with this. I really don't. Other than to, again, include herself into a conversation that she feigns she doesn't want to be a part of, but then keeps inserting herself back into every single time she's given the opportunity. But I guess that's Rosee for you. We're starting to learn. We're starting to pick up her little dirty little habits. So, yeah, I wonder what that next live stream's going to look like. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning on in. Hope y'all had a wonderful week once again and a great Friday. You're gonna have a good weekend. I mean, by the time this posts, the other video over on the second channel already posted. So if y'all are looking for something, check out A Tale of Two Sisters movie review over on the second channel called The Goo Review. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope everyone has a beautiful weekend. We'll get all caught up and whatnot on Monday. And yeah, you know the deal. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, like and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care.